Hey guys, John Delemy here, and welcome to the Conservative Business Journal, CBJ Real News Podcast Show. I'm the founder of Conservative Business Journal, and this is our CBJ Real News Podcast Show. And I'm solo tonight. Many of you know I interview some of the greatest champions in the conservative movement. But on today's show, I'm going to give you what it truly means to be conservative. And I'm actually going to be teaching this and sharing this from a report I wrote, 17 Reasons Why the Conservative Business Journal was founded and is now a nationwide movement that will secure the future of America. Before we get into tonight's show, let me share with you a little bit about our CBJ Real News Podcast Show. And yes, guys, we are feared by the fake news. So I'm excited tonight to share with all of you what it truly means to be conservative. And I'm actually going to be reading this from a report, which is available on our main website, conservativebusinessjournal.com. And those of you interested in reading the full report, you guys can always call or text us at 561-847-3467. But let's get right to it. You know, this is the 4th of July weekend, and I'm excited. Christy and I, my wife and I, will be over in Little Marco Island, also known as Alfie's Island. Close to 1,000 patriots will be celebrating the 4th of July on a beautiful island, and I'm totally honored and humbled to be able to be a keynote featured speaker there, and I'll be delivering a very special message about patriotism, about independence and celebration in America, what we're celebrating. And Lori, I see Lori on from Australia. Lori and James, you guys are awesome. I appreciate your words. Lori says, love your work, John. And Christy, thank you. Lori, we miss you. We're praying for you guys in Australia. And we believe there's going to be a breakthrough. I believe there's a revival of God's warriors rising up to change this world. So let's get right to it. Conservative. A conservative is a person that stands firm on traditional values and refuses to compromise on those values for anyone or anything. So I want you guys, grab a pen that writes, take some notes, and I want you to write down traditional values. You know, traditional values. And the word value is very powerful. When something's valuable, you protect it. When there is something of value, you protect it. When you own something that's valuable, you protect it. That's why this is the studio. When we leave, we lock the door. It's secure. It has an alarm. There's cameras here. There's a lot of valuable items, obviously, in this entire, center here where the studio is located. So when something's valuable, you want to protect it. And now to conserve, it's interesting because there is such a variety of definitions for the word conservative. So many people are lost. With what conservative means. To conserve means to protect something from harm or destruction and to guard from corruption. Wow, I could go off for an hour on that alone. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Casey. Thank you very much. When Stacy goes, I love your profile pic. Yes, I'm all in for Israel. I stand with Israel. We're praying for Israel. We're believing for a breakthrough in Israel. I believe right now that we are on a record-breaking season. Conserve. Everyone pay attention to conserve means to protect something from harm or destruction. See, right now we have the Constitution. We have the 31 words that says it all, the Pledge of Allegiance. This weekend we're celebrating our independence. The 4th of July is a day we celebrate our independence. We are free in America, and this is the fundamental principle. It is because of the Constitution of the United States of America. And that's why all of you know we have our major event coming up in August 20th and 21st. There's like only 30 6 tickets remaining and 34 tickets. Who today, Christy? We had someone invest in 2 tickets today from Florida. You remember the person's name? What's her? You can look it up and let me know. It'd be great. And I want to thank all of our sponsors that have come on board. Our sponsors come on board. It's Kingdom Plan Advisory Group, Freedom One Coffee, Pretty Lips Company with Latasha back with Papa Demand, Gwen Novick, an amazing conservative ghostwriter. I'm actually going to be interviewing Gwen on my show. And then Jason Beal, our audio video champion, and STZ Network, Simply Social Network. And then Barry Hoey and his wife, Kim, amazing realtors. Doug, you're awesome. My man, Doug from Frog News Network. I love your show, Doug. I love your show. I can't wait to be featuring you because you are a true conservative, Doug. You know, We the People Fight Back. August 20th, August 21st, our 2-day event, power-packed event, high-end people, champions from all areas, conservatives, guys. Look, so conservative. And this is from a report I wrote because when I'm interviewed, like Doug, when I'm on your show, this will most likely come up. As a founder of Conservative Business Journal, we've been censored, banned, attacked. People go to us constantly. As a founder of the We the People Fight Back events and obviously our podcast show, we have 20 plus contributors. We got some great writings that come out every day. And I wrote there 17 reasons why the Conservative Business Journal was founded and is now a nationwide movement that will secure the future of America. And I'll be speaking this Sunday over at Alfie's Island, Little Marco Island, and then on next Saturday we'll be down in beautiful Spartanburg, South Carolina, with Doug from the Frog Show. We'll be there along with Lynn Wood, Pastor Greg Locke, this crazy guy Brad Barton from Little Talk Show, right? And obviously our great friend Presley Stutz. That's awesome, Michelle. Will you watch Frog News? Well, we're gonna have Doug on my show here shortly, and I'll be blessed to be on Doug's show here shortly. God is lining up the warriors because right here, guys, it says my value system. Wow, your value system. There's an operating system on a computer. You guys that are on Mac have a different operating system than those that are on a PC. There's a system. There's a motherboard. There's a core. There's something you don't see. There's a foundation and a fundamental you don't see. You see, my value system of faith, family, and freedom breathe life into the vision for the Conservative Business Journal movement. There's nothing more important than my Christian faith and my love for my family. And that has opened up the floodgates. And when I say Christian, I mean the Gideon Daniel Christian faith. Not compromised Christians. I'm very strong on traditional values. So the conserve means to protect something. Is America valuable to protect? Is your family something to protect? Is your goals, your dreams, your inspiration? And Doug, wait till you hear this, and all of you, we're about to release upcoming this week, and we've been building this for about a year, called conservativemarketplace.com. I'm going to be bringing together the greatest conservative business owners, entrepreneurs to give you a platform to market your businesses. Because guess what? There was a day Amazon started, and there's a day very shortly conservativemarketplace.com will go live. And I talk about the Gideon season. 32,000 men were called, went down to 300. They never picked up a weapon. They went against 135,000 other warriors, and those warriors all attacked themselves and literally killed themselves. They never had to pick up a weapon because God had to trust them. And you look at a system. So you got to ask yourself a question. What's your system in your life? What do you operate on? Or your actions, your associations? There's people talk about the AAA Automobile Club of America. I talk about the AAA system for life. Actions, accountability, and associations. Your actions, without opening up your mouth, who you're around, your associations, and accountability. At the end of your day, what did you do? Because that goes into your future. To change tomorrow, change today. Tomorrow's results will be based upon today's action. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that, my man. Doug, we are massively censored, as you know. So censored. We literally just started a new YouTube channel, right? We were on shows in the past when I had Mike Lindell on, Pastor Rodney Howard Brown, Justin Sheffield, SEAL Team 6, Benghazi, Oz and Benghazi. We'd have upwards. I had 1 million views in 24 hours. But then the radical left got a hold of the truth. So I appreciate all of you that do share and do like and do follow and do comment. And I appreciate all of you that are on our secret weapon as our email list and our audio podcast platform, which I'll go through here in a few minutes. But I really want you guys to ask yourself a question. Take this as a kind of a real like show for you, like a lesson for you. Like, what do you, when people look at you, your actions, your associations, who are you around? Who are you around? Your associations create your accent. When I'm going to be in world famous Spartanburg, South Carolina with
real quick, our new friend from New Jersey, Carolyn.
Carolyn, you talk about how God works. Carolyn, you were awesome. I loved meeting you and your husband, your awesome son. I love meeting your awesome son. That evening at the Palm Beach Shores Hotel, when I was a keynote speaker at the Trumpsters Tuesday Therapy Group, and we were the last one there, and you came out, you were coming back to buy one of the T-shirts. And then because of the common bond of conservative values, plus you're from New Jersey, so you can understand my accent, and you invested in how many Faith Stands Fear on bracelets, which was 10 bracelets, which is awesome. And right now, you can't even buy the bracelets anywhere. That's why the conservativemarketplace.com is rolling out shortly. But I want you guys to really, I want you to take this, say, when no one's looking, when you leave somewhere, your actions and your associations determine your destiny. When people look at you, what do they associate you with? I'm a very strong conservative. I believe in traditional marriage. I believe in standing for the flag. I believe in borders. I believe in build the wall. I believe they are illegal aliens when they storm the border. Here's a quick clip from my great friend Sabine, who will be here in August at our We the People Fight Back event, back with Papa Demand. Maureen Maloney and Sabine will be in. Sabine's from Arkansas. And this is her at our last event, speaking about the term illegal alien.
Legal immigration, because a legal immigrant is highly insulted if you call them undocumented immigrants. I'm an undocumented immigrant if I walk or drive without my license in my pocket. That's the only thing. The rest of them are illegal aliens, and I don't care if Biden ordered his ICE and Border Patrol to call them now, because that's what they spend time on, to make sure that these feelings are not hurt by illegals. Well, let's call them non-citizens and migrants, and let's just make them feel good. But instead of fixing the problem. Yeah, so the media try to hide it. They try to hide us.
And look, all of you know how strong I am with my family about when you guys see me speak live. I always show the documentation from my grandparents that emigrated, that came to Italy here in 1913. Legal immigration, traditional values, legal immigration, build a wall. So there's two things that they're trying to do here. Going back to how we started tonight, conserve. Conserve means to protect something. Like you look at Carolyn, she'll protect her son. That's her son. That's her son. She'll protect him. I got to ask you guys a question. Are you protecting what in life, what's valuable? Or are you letting a radical left intimidate you? Stand up, not physically fight them. Stand up with faith. Stand up with values. Stand up with who you are. And God is looking for those, regardless if you're Christian or not, because most Christians are weak. That's why 32,000 went to 300, because most Christians are weak. I stand for traditional values. I believe transgender is a demon spirit. There's a spiritual war in this country. Just watch Brother Robin Bullock. Did a great message about that. Well, if that's too strong for you, then maybe we're challenging something. Will you be one of the 300? Traditional values. Protect something. And right now they're going after our kids. Rebecca Friedrichs, who sued the state of California and the school union. She wrote a book called Standing Up to Goliath. And she is going to be here also in August at a We the People Fight Back event, August 20th and 21st, a very rare appearance. The Rebecca does not travel that much and speak. We booked her. We're great friends with Rebecca. And I'm going to show a video of her she was on my podcast show for 2.5 hours, because there's two things. There's two things they're trying to get the communists. They're trying to get our children, their minds, with the critical race theory and all the sick books they have going on, and the school unions now. Now they want to start the schools with social distancing, masks, and vaccines. The vaccine is the real pandemic is the vaccine because it's not a vaccine. So let me show you a quick clip of Rebecca about kids and traditional values.
Was children were learning moral values like the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not murder, honor thy father and mother, right? Those are good things. We want our children to
That's right.
Amazing. Our schools had the 10 Commandments posted on the walls until the unions and their buddies got their favored people into the Supreme Court and into politics, and they destroyed and dismantled it all. So we used to have prayer in our schools. We weren't teaching religion. We were teaching virtue. Sure. For example, treat others the way you want to be treated. Do you know where that comes from? The New Testament. It's the words of Jesus. It's said in simpler language now, but do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, I think is the way the King James says it. But those were Jesus's words. We want our children to learn those things. That is how you keep freedom. God is the author of liberty. So if you want to keep liberty, you need to do things God's way. You need to have those virtues, those morals. So our schools were built to not only teach our children excellent education, which included accurate history. It included history of our country so they could love and serve our country.
History
and
of what country? History of what country? Our country. Oops, sorry about that. I want to put this. Sorry about that. I want to put that back on.
Exactly.
There we go.
Learning all about our revolution, our Civil War, all of it. What built this country? What.
I want to go back here and I want to comment. As a conservative political commentator, I want to comment on what Rebecca's saying. Pay attention, please.
Excellent education, which included accurate history.
Okay. Accurate history. This is what they're going after, our history. This weekend when I speak on Sunday, I'm going to give a little history lesson on the 4th of July. Why we celebrate our independence, why we look up into God's sky, God's kingdom, the stars, and we look at the fireworks. And it's awesome. Rebecca Friedrichs, our event, August 20th, August 21st, to be around Rebecca, she is, and her combined with Dominique and Keith from Florida Citizens Alliance, we're going to have a panel on the school systems and education. This is huge. They're going after our kids. Do you value a conservative protects our kids? One thing I'm known for is I always say this. We have awesome nieces. We were on the phone with one of them today, and she had our Fate Stands Fear on shirt on, right, Christy? Look, the best you ever looked at like today, right? And I said, if you ever see a guy identifying as a woman wearing a wig walking into a ladies' room, he ain't coming alive around my nieces. That's too strong. Don't like it? Don't listen to me. That's the problem. Because you let things just you overlook things. Thank you, Janice. Janice says, I love your awesome show. Share it to my Facebook story. Share it to Gab. Share it to MAGA Book. I appreciate it. Because this is a war for conservative values. So they're trying to remove history to brainwash people. They're trying to remove the history of America to change the mindset. We must conserve and protect the foundation of America. Continue with Rebecca.
It included history of our country so they could love and serve our country and honor.
Love our country. You realize right now there are kids who hate this country like that imbecile. I spoke to Kevin White today, author Kevin White. Kevin's a contributor, been on our show numerous times, was one of our featured speakers at our last We the People Fight Back event. He's up in Ohio. I spoke to Kevin today. Kevin's going to be writing a great piece for us in the Conservative Business Journal about that Olympic athlete. As a Black conservative, Kevin White is going to be writing about the Black athlete who covered her face and turned her back to the flag. All right, Christy? Yeah. That's a disgrace. She should not be out there. She should not be on that podium for our country. Get out. That's too strong, John. Look, we're looking for the 300 to conserve. You see, as Rebecca says, unions took over our schools and removed morals and values. See, they removed the values. So a conservative is a person that stands firm on traditional values or tradition of value. Even we went down to see my parents today, Friday night, because we're going to be out of town tomorrow night and Sunday for the event. When every Friday, it's a tradition. My parents have pizza, right? Yep. They had pizza. My dad's going to be 92. My mom's 90. It is a tradition. We have pizza on Friday night. That's a tradition. the traditional values we got to protect in this country. What don't you guys get? Don't veer from that. Don't let them intimidate you, call you names because you're standing firm on traditional values. You know, faith stands and fear runs. And I appreciate all of you guys supporting us. You know, to support the CBJ Real News, we're an independent news media outlet by our sponsors and by our supporters. And I want to thank once again all of our supporters for the Conservative Business Journal. We have double the amount of sponsors than we had at our last event, and we're almost 2 months out from the event. This is an event people are talking about. And all sponsors, the return on investment is tremendous, just tremendous. So make sure you guys inquire about how to be a supporter, be a sponsor. Call or text us at 561-847-3467. Just say support. Those of you who do not have a ticket to the event, to be in a room with Rebecca, to be in a room with Sabine and Maureen, the other angel mom, and 18 other speakers. Christy McLaughlin, a 27-year young champion who wrote one of the greatest articles on voter integrity that we just did on our Conservative Business Journal. Correct, Christy? Yeah. And then Frank Deverano served 2 years in prison on the Castro for the Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba. Just an incredible lineup of champions, guys. So make sure you guys do call or text 561-847-3467 and say event and or sponsor. And I appreciate you supporting us. And then I saw Troy put in the comments there. For those of you who visit mypillow.com, use promo code CBJ. You use promo, and this is my little advertising sponsorship section about 20 minutes in. I'm going to go like 30, 40 minutes tonight. So I go halfway through the show and I do a little bit. Obviously, we're an independent news media company. So we obviously earn income from sponsorships and everybody wins with that. So I just want to share that with My Pillow. You guys can go to mypillow.com and use promo code CBJ and get up to 66% off your entire order. There's 110 items. When you go to the My Store in My Pillow, you'll see my book, Making Capitalism Great Again, How to Maximize America's Booming Economy. My book is now available on the My Pillow site. There's 110 items. Use promo code CBJ. Many of you know I sometimes showed a commercial of Mike, but I want to stay on our teaching, so I'll just go with, obviously, you guys know mypillow.com. Use promo code CBJ. Text us your receipt, email us your receipt. Our email is team, T-E-A-M, team at conservativebusinessjournal.com, and we'll send you out 5 Faith Stands of Fear on bracelets as a bonus and some of our world-famous quote cards. And very shortly, all of our quote cards will be available on conservativemarketplace.com. You guys have asked, where can we get the quote cards? We can't find them. They're going to be online at conservativemarketplace.com. And once again, I appreciate all of you supporting and sponsoring us. And make sure you patronize our supporters. And you guys make sure you visit We the People Fight Back event. You'll see we have 7 sponsors now for the event, and we're going to allow 10 sponsors in total. Correct, Christy? So there's only 3 spots remaining. We have Barry and Kim from real estate company, Latasha, Pretty Lips company, Lawton from Freedom One Coffee, a veteran-owned coffee company, Jay from Kingdom Plan Advisory Group, Gwen Novak from Gwen Novak, the conservative writer, Stan from STZ Network, Simply Social Network, coming in from South Carolina, and then Jason Beal, our man Jason, audio and video extraordinaire. All right, so back to the show. Thank you guys for supporting and sponsoring us. So we have Rebecca live on the screen here. So let me just play a little bit more of Rebecca. Of what country? History of what country? Our country.
The United States of America. Exactly. Learning all about our revolution, our Civil War, all of it. What built this country? What was this country built?
See, what built this country? What built the country, guys? See, a conservative, it means to protect something from harm or destruction or to guard from corruption. And when something gets corrupted, bad things happen. You know, we've been praying every day for the horrific Surfside scenario here in Miami. Horrible what happened. And what happened was the foundation got corrupted, they're saying. It got corrupted from the seawater. It got corrupted and it crashed to the ground. It's corruption. Something that's solid and strong gets corrupted. It gets so important. It gets corrupted. And I want to thank those of you that are following us now on YouTube. We appreciate that. All of you know we are relaunching another YouTube channel. So, my wife Christy will put in the comments where you guys can follow us on YouTube. Obviously, follow us and subscribe to YouTube so you get notified when we go live. We had millions and millions of views. All of you know we were banned for life and all that good stuff. And Troy, yeah, the pillows, the body pillow and the towels are insane on my pillow, right? All right, so back to Rebecca. But guys, look, you know what it means tonight, and this is from our report that's available. All of you should read it to really understand it. And I'm going to go through quickly the 17 reasons, the values.
Just real quick, if they go to cbjyoutube.com.
Yeah, if you guys go to cbjyoutube.com, cbjyoutube.com, and you put that in your browser. Not in the YouTube search bar, in your actual browser on your smartphone or laptop, just put cbjyoutube.com. That will redirect out to our new channel. It's on a new channel.
Yes.
Okay, good, perfect, excellent. All right, so to continue with Rebecca, because we're going to tell you, Rebecca is the leading authority. You know, President Trump brought her in to speak for him about school unions, Common Core, and the education process that he knew the radical left was going to go after. She is the world's leading expert, the nation's leading, the authority on school unions. And she will be live in this room August 20th and August 21st at We the People Fight Back event. It's huge, Rebecca, right, Christy?
Yeah.
She's the nation's authority.
Upon those Judeo-Christian virtue. So all of that was taught to our children. They were also taught by the classics. Our children read the classics. Why? Because the classics teach all of that morality. You know, you read the Homer's Iliad, you're going to learn a whole lot about being courageous and standing up for what's right.
Amazing.
In those type of classic works. That's why our students were reading them. The unions have removed them.
How crazy is that
Insane.
the unions have removed them? She's the authority in the country on what's going on in the schools. This is very powerful. Thank you, Carolyn. Carolyn goes, I just placed an order yesterday wearing my bracelet proudly. You're awesome, Carolyn. I cannot wait. They're getting shipped out to you tomorrow, so they'll be there probably by Wednesday in Jersey. Faith stands and fear runs. It's powerful. Traditional value, guys. This is a class tonight about the traditional values. And I want you guys to take it to heart as you go into this weekend. Stand proud. Be strong. Be a strong conservative. Be proud of who you are. Don't cower down. Let people know that this is what we're protecting. This is wrong. This is a freak show. You know, one of my sponsors says you got every time you do a show, you have to say Fauci's a fraud and Joe Biden's a freak show. I can do that. I'm an independent news media. My wife and I own the Conservative Business Journal. I'm the host of the show. I can't get fired. They can censor me and suppress me, but thank you to all of our sponsors and supporters. That's where we're an independent news media outlet gaining subscribers and followers every day. This is what we're after. The communist left think this is okay.
You with pride, showing who you are on the inside. Wave that pride flag up high, be true to you. Show your pride, wave those flags, everybody. Here we go. Red light, orange, healing, yellow is sunlight, green, nature, blue, harmony, purple is spirit, baby blue, pink, white represent transgender people, and black and brown represent the queer and trans people of color.
That's not all right. That's not all right. That's wrong. That's right, Michelle. It's demonic. I mean, what they're trying to do is brainwash and convince all of you, oh, that's nice. You know, who you are inside is born a champion. God birthed you a champion. You know, one of my books I wrote 15 years ago, Champions are Born, Losers Are Made. You're born a champion. How about Wayne? Awesome Wayne, right? Came up, he read the book. He bought my book. The last time I spoke for Trump's therapy group about 2 weeks ago, and he came in and goes, I really like your book, John. You talk about everyone being born a champion, but then, habits, loser habits. The word habit is defined as a behavior pattern, a pattern of behavior. How are you behaving? What is the pattern? You know, there's a pattern you behave, and that behavior pattern becomes your habit, and those habits produce results. You get around people, and all of a sudden you're born a champion, but then you start to think different, act different, and also you create these habits that create losing results. But this drag queen talking about Pride Month to children, that's sick. That's wrong. conservatives must stand. That's not traditional values in America, boys and girls. There's two genders. That's all there is. There's two genders, traditional values. I said it today when I did a post today. The third gender would be moron. The U.S. passport system now is allowing a third gender to be on there, right?
But other countries don't recognize.
Other countries don't recognize that. That's because people get so intimidated by the radical left guys. Faith stands and fear runs. You see, when you stand for something, you stand. I'm not moving on. I'm standing. You stand for something. You can't veer to the left. You can't veer to the right. You got to stand. And that's why, when we say right here, as an American, I have the freedom. In my report I wrote, I have the freedom to serve my God and protect my family by standing on my conservative values that were instilled in me from my Italian grandparents and parents from a very young age. We were with my parents tonight. If you guys follow me on social media, on Telegram and on Instagram and on Facebook, but I'm really building up my Telegram profile, and I appreciate all of you that are on Telegram. We just started. We have a little over 1,000 followers, and those of you that are on Telegram, I appreciate you following me and sharing out, forwarding out some of our Telegram posts, because we're not being censored there. And for those of you to join our Telegram channel, in your browser, you can go to cbjtelegram.com, not in Telegram, but in your browser on your smartphone or on your computer. Go to cbjtelegram.com, and you can see that on the bottom of the ticket here. Of those of you watching the video, either live now or through the replay or on Rumble, it says go to cbjtelegram.com or search my channel, John Delemy -CBJ Real News. That's JOHN, then my name, DI space capital LEMMA. And I appreciate you joining our Telegram and forwarding out our Telegram messages, because we're getting the message out. Like that clip of Rebecca, I put that on Telegram today. That clip of Sabine, I put on Telegram. I put the video of my dad and the sparkler from tonight on Telegram. So guys, join our Telegram channel. This is look, we're not cowering down, being instilled, and that's why we do what we do. That's why it's awesome with Latasha, Pretty Lips Company. How awesome was Latasha, right?
Awesome.
She has 7 children.
Yes.
And I believe she'll have all 4 working with her at the event, right? Or 3?
She'll have 3 and then her husband.
3 and her husband at the event. Latasha was one. She was a sponsor back in April at our April event. She was sponsored again, and she sold out all of her products. She has some of the greatest cosmetic skincare line. Tremendous. Independent entrepreneur. Great young lady. I'm so proud to promote her. I can't wait to put her products on Conservative Marketplace. Right, Christy?
Right.
We're going to blow her products out on Conservative Marketplace. So I want to get you guys inspired to stand for your values. And what we stand for? The 17 reasons. We stand for the United States Constitution. It's the law of the land. Wow. We stand for the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Wow. Third one, the right to vote in a fair and free election integrity. Support and respect law enforcement. We back the blue. Pro-life, give a voice to the unborn and have a right to live. Religious liberty, protect the Judeo-Christian beliefs that America was founded on. Stand with Israel and protect the nation from foreign enemies. Support capitalism and free enterprise. Stand against communism and socialism. And I'll be doing a whole class on that alone, a whole show on that. Education for all children, free from radical left indoctrination, such as the 1619 Project. That's sick, the 69. It's a pure lie. Wow. Always stand for the American flag and our national anthem. Support the United States military and veterans that fought for our freedom. America First policies that put our country and citizens before foreign nations. Strong foreign policies that makes America the most powerful nation in the world. Freedom of the press for all journalists based in the truth, no censorship. Legal immigration and keeping our borders safe. Build a wall. Last but not least, we the people control America with limited government interference. Here we go, guys, and I'm going to wrap this class up tonight because I'm going to unpack. I wanted to give you guys kind of an overview of the report. This is available for free on our site, conservativebusinessjournal.com. In case you cannot find it, sometimes we have so many writings on there. You guys can call or text us at 561-847-3467. Once again, 561-847-3467. You see it on the bottom of the ticker there. 561-847-3467, or email team, T-E-A-M, team at conservativebusinessjournal.com, and just request Conservative Report. Be my pleasure to send it to you. And I want this to inspire you. This is the core, the fundamental, the foundation of why we founded the Conservative Business Journal many years ago. And it says right here, if we the people don't stand up to those trying to take away our rights granted under the United States Constitution and fight against the radical anti-God, anti-capitalism, anti-freedom policies, then we will lose our nation forever. I'm going to repeat it. There's a radical anti-God, anti-capitalism, anti-freedom movement in this country. But guess what? We're a stronger movement. The Conservative Business Journal was developed to empower and educate conservatives to fight back peacefully with your time, talent, resources, and most importantly, relationships. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. If you don't stand together, you're going to fall apart. That's why we do these podcast shows. That's why we have our podcast. Make sure you visit CBJRealNews.com. Make sure you guys go to your smartphone. However you download your favorite podcast, go to Google Play Store, go to Apple Store, search out Conservative Business Journal, and thumb on in Conservative Business Journal. Subscribe. It's free. Hundreds of episodes. You know, a great episode with Tim Greer, Bonafide, the other evening, who's the host of the event in Spartanburg, South Carolina. It's going to be a great event next Saturday with Lynn Wood. Guys, come out to events. Be here. That's why I did the email today, calling all patriots. Get tied in. No one individual can change the future of our nation alone, but together, we the people have the power to strengthen the conservative movement and make it absolutely unstoppable. Lastly, the number one question I get every single day is, John, what can I do? The simple answer is get involved. We have unlimited resources for you through the Conservative Business Journal to be inspired and empowered to get more involved, plus educate yourself. Our contributors write incredible articles. Share them. Frank, just this week, Frank Deverano wrote a report about Confucius in China, correct?
Yes.
Christy McLaughlin wrote a report about election fraud, election integrity. Tremendous report. I wrote numerous reports about the NFL, about anti-Semitism, about Joe Biden teleprompter. These are reports, these are articles available for free on conservativebusinessjournal.com. Share them. Take the articles, get them out. Make sure you sign up for our emails at cbjupdates.com. cbjupdates.com, guys. Get involved. So, guys, someone's listening tonight. You have the opportunity to change America. Literally, you have the opportunity as a conservative, the opportunity to change America. And finally, before this event sells out, I want this. This is just an awesome graphic our team made. The place. This is a rock solid event that is absolutely tremendous. There's less than 36 speakers and 36 tickets remaining. Who was the champion that purchased tickets today, Christy? And we had someone purchase 2 tickets today, and we have great sponsorships for the event, guys. We the People Fight Back event. Be here. We have people coming in. Who's that, Christy? Pamela Bradshaw. And then we also have the young lady who wrote the book coming to the event. We're going to see this weekend. What's her name? Shirley wrote a book. She what's her book title? She talks about Second Amendment, where she had a situation in her life, and from heels, like women's heels, from heels to holster. She invested in a ticket to the event, and I'm going to have her on my podcast show as a guest, and I'm probably going to have her share a little bit because we got Frank Valentine from firearmsofamerica.org as a keynote speaker at our event. And Frank, as you know, was a major guest on a podcast show, and we're probably going to have a little discussion, a panel about the Second Amendment. Guys, We the People Fight Back event, game on. Be here. Be here. Thank you, Lori. Lori, you're awesome. Let's give Lori a round of. Lori goes, Christy, I want to donate $100. Thank you, Lori. You're awesome. We appreciate you supporting us. That means so much to us. That allows us to do what we do. It allows us to create our commercials that you saw earlier for the show. It allows us to travel to our events. It allows us to get the message out. It allows us for all of our contributors, our website, to rebuild our website. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle goes, I watched Bonafide. He talked about how great you are. Thank you very much. I love Tim Greer. Tim's a great guy. His wife Chris is awesome. We're gonna have a great event in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Tony, you're awesome. Tony said, I'll see you on Sunday. I'll be manning the bus station for a bit. Then in August too, with the Estero Republic Club, I'll be at the Trump rally tomorrow. We will not be going to Sarasota tomorrow night because we have to head over to Naples and then be up early for a keynote speaker down in obviously at the Little Marco Island event for God and Country. But Tony, you're awesome. And Tony, we're gonna speak to you about being involved in conservative marketplace also, right, Christy? Yeah. And then guys, there's a lot happening. So make sure you're tied in. Major event. You heard Tony from the Estero Republic Club. I think there's 17 ladies coming from the Estero Republic Club, led by the great Adele. Adele is awesome, guys. There's a lot happening. Doug, I'll tell you something. Frog News Network, Doug. Doug, there's been a lot of false things said about you and your channel recently, and I'm praying for you, my man. I believe in you, Frog, right? You know, when I did the show from the Bonefish Grill parking lot with Doug, with Presley, with Brad, with Bonafide, and Doug, God brought all the warriors together, my man. You're awesome. Your words are awesome. Your wisdom, awesome. It's very powerful. And guys, I can't wait until I have Doug on my show and you hear what Frog stands for. It's very powerful. Tony, you're awesome, Tony. I'm excited to see you Sunday, and I'm excited for you to be involved. We're going to change the entire conservative marketplace. Our site's going to come out live. We'll have a few products coming out, but we're going to build it to tens of thousands. ConservativeMarketplace.com. We own it. We run it. Every product is personally chosen by Christy and I, the founders of our company, plus some other key people on our board behind the scenes. It's game on, guys. We're changing it. And thank you, Lori, for supporting us with $100 support tonight. All of you know, every time you support us, we always mail our supporters out some great bonuses. So guys, once again, We the People Fight Back event.com. It's gonna be awesome, and it's powerful.
And just the website for the Spartanburg, South Carolina event.
And the Spartanburg, South Carolina event is libertyevents.org. LIBERTS, libertyevents.org. That's going to be a great event. Lynn Wood, Pastor Greg Locke, Elena Brooks. I'm scheduling Elena, who's a human trafficking survivor, an amazing story. Elena will be on our show. She'll be there next Saturday. Doug from the Frog News Network will be doing his live show and interviews there. And then the world famous, the guy that runs a little talk show, world famous Brad Bart. I love Brad. Brad is a great guy. And I will be the guy with the New York accent between Bonafide and Presley. Presley Stutz, my man Presley. Lynn Wood, Pastor Greg Locke, and Professor Toto. Greenville, South Carolina, guys. Spartanburg, South Carolina is going to be an awesome event. Live events change lives. Live events change lives. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is so important. And someone asked about my Telegram channel. I want to put that back up there. Guys, for those of you to join my Telegram channel in the browser, put cbjtelegram.com. That's either on your computer or on your smartphone, or in Telegram, search my name, John Delemy, JOHNDI space capital LEMME. Let me say it again. I appreciate you. John, JOHNDI space capital LEMME dash CBJ Real News. You see that there on the ticker there. And guys, I appreciate all of you. God's lining people up. I believe, Doug, how we can remember, Tim Bonafide just heard about Rock the Red event the night before the event started. And we're going to have a major event in Spartanburg, guys, with Lynn Wood, Pastor Greg Locke, Professor Toto, who's a constitutional to me, an expert. I was following him. I follow him now. I watch all his videos. I'm going to be scheduling Toto for my show. Guys, God's lining up the warriors. And we'll be making some other announcements for our We the People Fight Back event. It's going to sell out way in advance. I mean, and this event is not 40,000 people with a schedule changes every 3 seconds. It's a rock solid event. You leave, guys. We're famous for our workbook. This our last event. It was a 22-page workbook, and you guys go home because we give you a pen to take notes with. You go home educated, empowered, inspired, and encouraged to make a difference and take action. How powerful is that, right, Christine? It's awesome. So, guys, God bless all of you. Whatever we could do for you, we're here. We're live. You guys can call or text anytime. 561-847-3467. 561-847-3467. And allow me to just wrap up this show to conclude on how we started. What a conservative means for my report. A conservative is a person. You're all people, real people. A conservative is a person that stands firm on traditional values and refuses to compromise on those values for anything or anyone. You see, when your foundation is compromised, you crash and you fall to the ground. As I say that, obviously what occurred at Surfside here in Miami, about an hour and 10 minutes south of us here, we pray for those victims and families every day. What happened was the foundation got corrupt. It was compromised and it fell. Emotionally and personally, protect your foundation, protect your integrity, stand for the values, be around the right people, listen to the right information. And guys, and I want to thank all of you that are listeners and subscribers on our podcast, whatever, remember, on a platform. Make sure you guys, you can follow us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Deezer, Radio.com, Radio Public, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Odyssey, Stitcher, Amazon Audible, Spreaker, Play.fm, Rumble.com, our channel CBJ Real News. And make sure you guys visit cbjrealnews.com for all of our episodes. What a great, power-packed, fast-paced show tonight. Correct, Christy?
Right.
Any final points from you, Christy, tonight?
No, just thank you for sharing. We're just so certain. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Telegram channel.
Thank you, guys. Rhonda, you're awesome. Rhonda says, I watch all of Brad's lives. Brad is awesome. Brad Barton's a great guy. God's lining the warriors up. I'm excited to have Brad on my show here coming up shortly. So it's powerful. And thank you guys for also subscribing to our, what do we have, like 40 subscribers now on YouTube?
We're building it.
Let me see where we're at.
We're at 40.
All right, we're at 40 right now. We got tens of thousands of subscribers, millions and millions of views.
That's all right.
But we're building back up, guys. So thank all of you, every one of you. And I want you to take this to heart. Of very important people. Very special people. God birthed you a champion, and it's time to make it happen. And I appreciate it. Any questions you have about supporter programs, sponsorship programs, potentially being part of the conservativemarketplace.com, you let us know. Call or text 561-847-3467, 561-847-3467. Look forward to seeing all of you at Little Marco Island over on Naples, aka Alfie's Island. It's going to be incredible. And you know, something Alfie said too about, I think I downloaded this earlier, what Alfie said about, I'll play this little final quick clip from Alfie Oakes about they're going after our food. This is a great clip. And Alfie will be back with Popular Demand speaking at We the People Fight Back event. Here's a little wisdom from Alfie Oakes.
Take over a country is to ruin its food supply or diminish its food supply. So what we see happen around the world right now is they're not really coming, and I'm nervous because I'm a farmer, right? So they're not really coming after us with the guns right now because that's too blatant. But they are doing it. They're coming after our world food supply. We've watched Bill Gates buy up the alarming amount of land. I was in Gainesville yesterday. We're buying an organic blueberry farm up there, and Gates is still buying up all the property around that area that he can. He's taken over the whole South Georgia area. But in concert with what Gates is doing buying the land, you got Monsanto over here that and you remember Obama appointed Monsanto, you know, this is the healthy liberals, the ones trying to keep you healthy. Monsanto's got about 92% of the world's seed supply under control, and they're buying up all the companies. A lot of the companies, the small companies I used to buy seed from, have now been bought out by Monsanto, the Bayer company. And what they're doing is they're ruining our food supply. And the way they're not only going to own the land, but they're going to give us food that's not food that's good for our bodies, that's not healthy. And our stores, we have the Food and Thought store and our original Oaks Farms and Seed to Table. We make our breads, for instance, out of flour that I have to send a truck all the way to Utah to Central Milling. It's a little small mill that does heirloom wheat. It's the same kind of wheat that all of our grandparents would eat. And guess what? It doesn't make you're not gluten intolerant. You can eat it. The wheat that's being spread around the world right now is this GMO wheat that's really, I call it Franken wheat. When I went over to Amsterdam, Holland, to a company that small.
And yes, someone just asked, will Alfie be in August We the People Fight Back event? Yes, he will. Alfie Oaks will be live, back with Papa the Man, speaking once again at our We the People Fight Back event. This is awesome wisdom from Alfie.
Company still that hasn't been bought out. They didn't take the Monsanto money for the buyout for seeds, but they have the machines that test the DNA of different things. And I brought some of the flour from Central Milling right before I opened the store. This is about a year and a half ago, because I wanted to test it. I wanted to hold them accountable for what I'm paying $57 a bag for it instead of 13, and I have to send a truck out to get trailer loads of it, so it's a big expense, but I wanted to make sure that they were selling me the right product. So I also brought some of the Pillsbury flour with me.
I mean, Christy, how awesome was that with Alfie, right? Guys, We the People Fight Back event. You talk about conservative values. It's game on time. So I just wanted to conclude with that. I'm excited to see Alfie this Sunday. We may even see Alfie tomorrow night to see the table. So, guys, with that said, God bless all of you. Thank you for being supporters. Lori, thank you very much. Lori said she'll text the credit card number in for $100 support tonight. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you. And it's been a while since I've done this. I believe that Lori deserves a round of applause for supporting tonight. So here is our applause, round of applause here. Here we go. This is so this is for Lori. Thank you, Lori. How much we got, right? God bless you, Lori. You're awesome. Thank for all of you. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys, and look forward to watch for some great videos, some great updates coming. We're gonna have a great 4th of July, a great weekend. Celebrate with champions. Good night. God bless. We're here. Call or text 561-847-3467, and whatever we can do for you, we are here, and we appreciate you guys. Good night. God bless. Thank you.